Cutter sitting at the Ridgeway in Neenah with the one, the only, the legendary George Lynch.
Thank God there's only one in.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It'd be scary if there were two. But if there were two, maybe I could get one to be my guitar teacher, and then you could still go out and tour, and I could learn how to play well instead of just crappy.
Yeah, that'd be expensive.
Wow. You know, it might be worth it, though.
Nah, I doubt it.
That's all right.
What, so you can have a life like mine?
Well, I mean, maybe.
Yeah. You know what I do?
You play guitar.
Yeah, but you know where?
At the Ridgeway in Neenah.
Right. Bowling alleys, cornfields.
Yeah, but you've been on the big arena stages. And I'm sure that'll happen at some point.
What decade was that?
91.
Before you were born?
Let's just say. We'll pretend and say 91. What's that?
How old are you?
32.
Yeah, so you weren't even born then.
Well, I was 2.
You're born in the 80s?
Come on, when I was a teenager, I had posters of George Lynch on my bedroom wall. Right next to Axl Rose and James Hetfield and
you have any pictures of girls?
And Machine Head, which is weird. What's that?
You have any posters of girls?
Well, no. I was definitely a gay guitar player.
Yeah, a poster of me. I'd look like a girl.
You were probably the closest thing.
I had enough posters out of Rip magazine to counteract that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
There was enough makeup and hair and all that stuff.
Listen to me,
anyway,
I was the one wearing wrestling shoes and makeup, mascara.
I thought it was a Country Cougar poster.
Anyway, let's talk about George Lynch. Let's talk about Lynch Mob.
Let's not talk about George Lynch.
Well, let's talk about Lynch Mob then.
Okay, Lynch Mob. You got Robbie Crane on bass.
No, it's Link Mob.
Be quiet.
Lynch Mob.
It's not your interview, dude. You want to interview him?
Drummers.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay. So that's Scott Coogan
Hi, Scott Coogan. Scott Coogan plays drums.
from a band.
Weren't you just here with Ace?
Allegedly.
I was just here with Ace, yeah.
You would've said that if
Scott
you
was
would've
just
saw
here
him
with
last
Ace
night.
Frehley a little bit ago.
Scott plays with Kiss, or what band? Kiss. Kiss Freely.
Kiss
Kiss
Frehley.
Freely. And he sings in the band, in Ace's band, and he sings with us as well, and he's awesome.
Awesome.
He paints his toenails and his fingernails black.
My
Well, why not?
toenails are pink.
You could bring the goth
Yeah, a little bit of that
to the
in, you know.
forefront. Sure, why not?
Get that crowd going. Then we've got Robbie
froth of
Crane
God.
on bass. He's Mexican. We had to hire one Mexican because there's that law.
You're not allowed to mention.
You gotta hit the-
mention the bands that I played.
You got to
Okay,
hit
we
the
can't
equal
mention
opportunity
Rat
employer.
And that country western band he plays with. He wears a 10-gallon hat, cowboy boots, and a big belt buckle. Mention that band because I don't know the name of it.
People.
And yeah, he's in a group called.
Is that Rat with 1 T or 2 T's?
2 T's.
Just
I only
Joking,
I only
joking.
play with the originals.
The one T Rat is Stephen Piercy's other band, right?
No, he doesn't.
I think that's the apostrophe S Rat.
Is there a hot sauce? Sorry.
And then our singer is not here right now, but his name is
Chaz, right?
what's his name?
Chaz.
Chaz West.
Who made these?
He used to play in a band with Leslie West,
Angelo.
Nathan East, and I don't know, I forget who else, and they were called Compass.
Time on your hands.
Okay.
Yeah, they had all the cardinal points of the compass as last names. And,
Did they really?
yeah,
Don't forget Bonham.
yeah, Nathan East, Chaz West, Leslie West.
It sort of sounds
there
like
was somebody more.
the cast of an adult movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Compass. The band he was in before this, yeah.
They're killer. Well, cool. What made you decide to bring Lynch Mob back? Because I know you're doing some solo stuff.
I
and
didn't
you just
decide. Nobody
released
called me up and
Lynch-
goes, where are you deciding you want to go, George? I said, Ridgeway.
All right. But you just released a solo record. We can talk about that in a bit. But to go on the road with Lynch Mob, and Lynch Mob just had an album out, a year ago or so?
Yeah,
Smoke and Mirrors.
2.5 years ago.
Is it that long?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're
Oh my
working
God,
on
it's
a
almost
new one.
it's almost 2012, isn't it?
Yeah, our new one would have been finished except our singer quit the day of the last tour.
Again?
Via text message, 6:30 in the morning at LAX airport. So
Nice.
thus Chaz, who's been wonderful and did 19 shows in a row. And what singer can do that? You know.
Well, not like
That's
you haven't
insane.
played with a million singers anyway.
They're just numbers to me now. They're not even people. No, I'm just kidding. I just put numbers on their overalls and hey, number 37, get over here.
Nice.
Sing that Dokken shit. No, but Chaz has been fantastic.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see you guys, obviously, later tonight. Well, then let's talk about the solo record a little bit. Kill the Control.
Kill All Control.
Or Kill All Control, excuse me. Which you did with Will from Earshot, and if you don't know who Earshot is, go look them up because they're actually one of my favorite bands that have come out in the last few years. The record sounds amazing. So on tour with Lynch Mob, but a new solo record out.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I'm a terrible businessman, and I'm sort of a contrarian. Like, they should set me up as a litmus test, like, and hang me up, on Times Square, and like whatever I decide to do, everybody should run the other way, You know, I buy high, sell low. I mean, everything. I do everything wrong. So, Lynch Mob is kind of a revolving door. It's like McDonald's. We have a very high turnover rate. It's almost a rite of passage for musicians. You have to be in Lynch Mob for a little while before you can go on to be in Whitesnake or Rat or other bands.
It's the stepping stone.
Yeah,
It's the
rite of
stepping stone
passage, yeah.
80s rock band. Is that what you're saying? Because I don't even consider Lynch Mob an 80s rock band, but that's all right.
I don't know what we are.
I don't know, because I could listen, and again, I mean, to go back on my gay posters on my wall, but I could listen to Pantera and Machine Head and then listen to Lynch Mob, and it made absolutely perfect sense in my world. Yeah, it did, but listening to Dokken was a little embarrassing at that point in time, because it wasn't metal enough.
Not the new Dokken record that we're working on. You won't be embarrassed to listen to that.
Did you just say the new Dokken record that we're working on?
Yeah, without Don. It's called Dump the Chump. And,
Right, you
and
set
I'm
me
not
up for
even kidding, and we're not calling it.
Well, I was going to ask you about Jeff Pilson,
Yeah,
because
it's kind of
you guys
confusing.
put out a good record a few years ago, and
Well, that was like 10 years ago. And we're doing
it's a few records in my world, or it's a few years in my world. Leave me alone.
So in just to,
I'm also still 21, George. Okay. All right. Anyway, and you're
32.
22 in my world.
57.
All right.
So it's a 2-record
This is
CD.
my alternate reality. Okay, 2-record CD.
The project's called Tooth and Nail. One CD.
It's really called Tooth and Nail?
Yes.
Okay.
One CD is Jeff Pilson, myself, and Mick Brown. So it's Dokken without Don.
Right.
With guest singers. So we've got Sebastian Bach, Ripper Owens, a guy from
Ripper's
Queensryche,
fantastic.
Glenn Hughes, and I don't know, a whole bunch of great singers. Doug Pinnick from
King's X, yeah.
Anyways, the list goes on. And that's all doing the Dokken stuff, pulled from the first 4 Dokken records. We've just finished the guitar tracks before I came out here. It sounded fantastic, and so we've got that all done, or, working on that. We got to get the vocals still done. Sass Jordan is singing a version of Just Got Lucky, which is very kind of Black Crowes, Maggie May, Rod Stewart Faces version, even with some country thrown in. It's cool, so cool. So we wanted a female singer that's got Joplin meets Bonnie Raitt, and that was her. So we just found out today she's going to be doing it. So we're excited about that. So we're pushing the envelope a little bit, but not trying to disappoint fans, and kind of staying pretty true to the originals without getting too crazy. But we have pushed the limits a little bit on some songs. But
So then what's the other side of the record?
the other side of the record is all
Or the other
original
disc.
with Brian Tichy on drums, which was in my band. And then he served his time and went on to Whitesnake, right?
Yeah, okay.
But he's an amazing drummer, and so we got Brian and Jeff and myself, and Jeff's singing all those songs. He's the lead singer.
okay.
And we might take that out on the road next year. We don't know. Or the year after or something. Yeah.
If Foreigner lets him go.
Yeah, there's that. Mick's and Ted Nugent and Dokken sometimes, and Mick plays with us, like he played with us last weekend. So
Oh, wow.
it's this. What's it called when you screw your relatives? What's that called? You should know.
Incest?
Yeah, it's very this incestuous.
I should. Wait, what are you
relationship.
talking about? We're in Wisconsin, not in
I
Kentucky.
get all these states confused. But yeah, it's very incestuous.
Just because there's a big red barn
Everybody
behind the
plays
place.
with everybody. It's if somebody needs to do the rock family tree and connect all the dots. 'Cause I get confused all the time.
Sixth
Like
Sense
who's in my
George
band? I
Lynch.
don't know. Who are you? I forget.
Nice,
Call this
nice.
guy that guy.
Was
Anyways,
it- all right,
that's
well,
that project.
You brought up the Dokken thing, so let me ask you this. I was
No.
going to save this the last question. I'm going to ask you anyway.
No, I have another answer
Just because
for
I don't know the
an
answer to
asked
this,
question.
and you might not want to answer it, but that's fine. Just say pass. But that metal show, you and Donk, a year or two ago, talking about a Dokken thing, didn't happen.
Right.
Reason, besides Don being
Don's
kind of
long said
a.
shit.
All right, that'll work.
There you go.
That's the answer.
No, he kind of used everybody's energies to sort of blow some wind into his Dokken sales.
Okay.
Get people's anticipation up, get press talking about them. That reflects in album and record sales potentially, and gets people talking about Dokken. And he used a lot of people as a means to his ends, and
Sure.
it's very selfish and very Don Dokkenish of him, and it really sucked because we were trying to be completely, honest and transparent, and in our wisdom and old age, and trying to get rid of the past, kind of ignore that, and just say, look, assume we're all going to try to do the right thing here. And based on those presumptions, we went ahead and put a lot of energy. Our managers, promoters from all around the world, labels, did a lot of work on putting that together based on his, agreement to go forward with this based on certain things.
Right.
And at the end of the day, he abandoned his principles and sense of character. And,
So you're saying he had some at one point?
well,
No, just kidding.